In this lecture, we'll be also discussing top 100 MCQs of discrete mathematics semester second. So yeah, if you are new here, do like and subscribe channel and share with your friends circle, okay, so that they can also watch this lecture. If your examination is coming, then all the best for you. And yeah, let's start without wasting our time. So as everybody knows, my name is Sakshi and I am covering. I have actually target of 1,000 questions. We have been covering 1,000 questions of discrete mathematics. So that would be, after watching this video, you can say that we have done with 800 important questions. Then we'll be covering 200 remaining questions as well. So without wasting our time, let's get a start. So basically question number 1, what says is, which rotation balances right imbalance? Right imbalance, yeah, it's left rotation, right? Expression trees leaves generally contains operands. Okay. Internal nodes of expression tree contain what operator? Okay. You might be knowing this thing. Okay. Next, next was the important question. Question number 4. Fourth is important. You have to know this question. Okay. The tournament graph of n vertex contains edges n into n minus 2. This is actually number of edges. How many number of edges it actually contain? Okay. So question number 5, we have in a tournament graph between every pair of vertices there is a one directed as exist. Okay, a graph whose vertex can be divided into two independent set, it's called what? Bipartite graph. Okay, now you can think, okay, we have been doing this thing, we have been coloring this thing and chromatic. Is it similar to like that? Is it kind of related to this or not? Just clarify the thing. So yeah, you are definitely right. And coloring and chromatic is kind of related to the bipartite graph. Okay. So yeah, you are definitely correct if this question was coming in your mind. So yeah, you are intelligent, and if it is not, then you are very intelligent also. Okay. So every tree is what? Now you're thinking every tree is what? Let's try to understand throughout the options. Let's eliminate the options. Okay. Every tree can be complete tree. No, it's no, it's not. I mean, it actually depends, right? Every tree is a complete tree. No, complete graph. No, bipartite graph. Bipartite graph. No, I don't think so. Let's again move to the next option. Hamiltonian graph. No, actually, for the Hamiltonian, being a Hamiltonian graph, there was some sorts of condition that actually it follows. Okay. Null graph, no. Null graph is what? If you have zero number of vertices, then it would be null graph. Okay. If you have a single vertices, that is called trivial tree. Okay. But here we'll be discussing about every tree is what? Bipartite tree always. Because what? In the tree, what will happen? We don't have any source of cycle exist. So that's why this is called the bipartite graph. I think there was something that everybody should note down. Okay. Question number 8, we have okay, I didn't highlight this thing. Okay. Question number 8, we have a chromatic number of tree. Chromatic number of tree for what? For what? Tell me what chromatic number of tree. I have told you in the question number, I think question number 2 and 3, right? So that basically for what? That is basically for let me give you 1 minute. I'm just telling you. You have to not taking a lot of time. You just have to give the answer. Okay. So that is basically for the bipartite graph. Okay. A complete graph K has chromatic number n. Okay. That was easy, isn't it? Which of the following is always planar? So now your tree is always planar. Okay. A planar graph with V vertices and E edges satisfy this thing. Okay. A bipartite planar graph satisfy this thing. Okay. A graph in Hamiltonian if it contain Hamiltonian cycle. Okay. It would be Hamiltonian graph, not just Hamiltonian graph. If you talk about the Euler graph, Eulerian graph, a lot of types of graph we'll be discussing later on the lecture, student, right? Already we have been discussing a lot of types of graph in the previous videos. So okay. So no need to worry if you haven't watched the video. Okay, I'm not pressurizing anybody. Okay. So Hamiltonian cycle is what? If a graph is Hamiltonian, if a graph is Hamiltonian graph, so it is definitely sure that it is a Hamiltonian cycle is also actually exist. Okay. And Direct's theorem gives a sufficient condition for what? Hamiltonian graph. Okay, that was easy, isn't it? Fleury's algo is used for find the Euler trail and circuit. The Chinese postman problem is related to traversing all edges efficiently. Okay. Traveling cells for problem belongs to NP-hard problem. Okay. A thing of graph corresponds to independent set of complement graph. Matching with no argument path is what maximum matching. Okay. Discrete mathematics is fundamental for all of these. Okay. So what I was thinking to cover this video, but some sorts of issues are coming right now. But I don't think so. I can complete this video. So let's try to complete it, okay? And then see what will happen, okay? Which set operation is represented by this? This is the intersection, okay? The universal set is usually denoted as union, okay? If A is this, then A cross B have two order pairs, four order pair, because you have to just multiply number of A element like cardinality of A multiply cardinality of B. Cardinality is what? Number of element. If number of element in A is 2 and the B is also 2, 2 into 2 is 4, obviously, okay. A relation from set A to set B is the A cross B always, okay. A relation R is a transitive what? A comma B, B comma C, R implies to say, okay. Equality relation is what? If it is equivalence relation. Equivalence relation will happen when it is a transitive, symmetric and symmetric, transitive, reflexive. If it follows all three properties, then it is definitely a equivalence relation. Composition of relation is denoted by this thing, okay. If A tending to A, B, B, C, then composite function of what? G of 4. A function which is not one maps a distinct element to same elements, okay. Range of a function is a subset of codomain, okay. The exponential function grows rapidly. Next question we have log AB is log A plus B. That was something that I think everybody knows, right? Everybody. There was common sense question. Not common sense, but you have some sort of knowledge for the log functions, then you might be knowing this thing, okay. A divided B log A minus log B, okay. That was the correct answer. Which algebraic structure require closure and associativity? So I have already told you semi-group, monoid, and you know what? Group. So being a group, basically it follows the four property. So one thing that I'm telling you, if either you are taking for the monoid for for the semi-group or for the the third word was monoid, that would be always following the binary operations. Okay, the first property that actually it's satisfying. Okay, the first property that was the binary operations. Okay, after that we'll be using some sorts of axioms, whether it's satisfying or not. Based on this, we'll be clarifying this thing that if it is a group, then it is following four properties that are also called as axioms. That is closure, associativity, identity, and inverse. Okay, this is four properties. And if it is a semi-group, then it is a closure and associativity. If it is a monoid, so it is a it following three property: closure, associativity, and inverse. Inverse, okay. No, not inverse. Identity, okay. Three properties following is called the monoid, and after that also a monoid differ from the semi-group by having what? So identity, okay. So that's why I tell you that a group is called monoid if it is satisfying all the properties of being a semi-group and as well as it is following the identity axiom also, okay. So yeah, in a group operations must be associative. So sorry for that, like I have been already explaining what is exactly what is exactly properties of being a group. That is basically four axioms it being following, okay. Closure, associativity, identity, and inverse, okay. So this is the four axiom that actually it follows for being a group. Also I have been explaining for the subgroup and monoid and field and ring and all, okay. So let's move to the next question. Next question says in a group operations must be, okay. That was all of these questions, okay. Next question, which of the following is not a group under addition? So basically natural number. Which of the following is not a group under addition? Because why? Because 0 is not a natural number, right? So once you go through for the addition, yeah. For the addition, also you'll be not getting some negative values. Okay, like if you take an example of 3, then minus 3 is not exist in the natural number, so that's why it's not following the all the properties of being a group. So that's why it is not it is not a group under addition. Also it's not following the properties of being a multiplicative, so that's why it knows it is not a group under natural number. Okay, for the addition and also for the multiplicative. Okay. Question number 38, we have the identity element of multiplication is the what? So that was something that I told you earlier, right? So identity element of multiplication is 1, and for the addition that was 0, and 0 is not available into the natural number, so that's why it's not following the properties. Okay. Every subgroup of cyclic group is acyclic. That's called a cyclic. Okay. The group of integer modulo and under addition is denoted by the Z. Okay, that was a symbol. I think, hope everybody's knows that. Coset are formed using subgroups. So basically, coset we have if we have to find out coset of any given set. Okay, so first we have to find out left coset, right coset. First we have to find out its subgroup. Once we go through this thing, then we have to find out the coset, left coset, and right coset. Okay. Question number next, we have Lagrange theorem relates subgroup order of group order. Okay, that was similar. That was easy. I think a group has two operations usually called addition and multiplication. Okay, that was simple. I think so. Every field is a ring. I think that was something that was the easiest because until now I have seen that every field is a ring, but not vice versa. Not every field is a ring. Not every ring is a field out there. Some of the properties, it actually depends. Okay. You can say field is a subset of ring. Field is a subset of ring. Okay. You can say like that. Field is a subset of ring. Which of the following is an commutative ring? So now you're thinking integer. That was the question I have already covered. Okay. A proposition is a declarative sentence is truth value. Okay. Which connective represent logical or this is called as the disjunction function. I'll be telling you this is disjunction, this is conjunction, this is called uh, if A then B. If A then B, this is okay. This is called if and only if. Which connective represent implication? So implication represent this that actually implicate the value A implication B, right? The negation of P, this is what? This is what? Negation of P. This is actually what? You might be knowing about the De Morgan's. You might have been heard about the De Morgan's law, De Morgan's theorem. De Morgan's theorem, as it satisfy property of A union B, whole complement of A intersection B intersection. So that's why it works as like a union and intersection. Union is what? Union works as a so here union work as a or and intersection work as a and. Okay. Question number 50, we have the negation of this. You can also use De Morgan's law again. Okay. A tautology is true for what? All truth values. And then which of the following is a tautology? So this would be the tautology. We'll give you the tautology. Okay. If this is example of what? Contradiction. Question number 54, we have the why conditional. This means what? P and Q have the truth values. Like if and only if P is true, then Q is true. Otherwise, both would be the false, no matter what. Inference rule are used to derive conclusions. So inference and predicate, this is all actually based on the conclusion and all. Okay. Modus ponens is also based on the law of detachment. Okay. Predicate symbols represent properties or relations. Okay. Quantifier are used in predicate logic. That was simple. In graph G equal B comma E, we denote vertices. E denotes number of edges. Okay. Two vertices joined by an edge is called adjacent. Okay. Adjacent means connected each other. Shows connectivity from each other node actually. Okay. N is connecting a vertex to itself is called loop. Okay. Parallel edge are edge having same endpoint. That means same endpoints mean, if you take an example of two vertex, if you're not understanding, let me draw it for you. This is node, nothing else. Okay, this is node. Okay, so I'm telling you what is parallel. Parallel is, oh sorry. I was trying to create it straight, but this is a straight. Okay, this is actually straight. This is actually straight. Okay, this is a straight line. This is parallel to each other. This is parallel to each other. That's why it's called the parallel edge. Okay. Next question number we have question number next. That was the graph which with loops and parallel edges is called pseudograph. Okay. Degree of a loop contributes to. In a directed graph, in degree means incoming degrees, incoming edges. Okay. Out degree means outgoing edges. Total end degree in a digraph is directed graph. Directed graph means direction is given. In the edges we have direction is given. Total out degree is considered as a okay. Basically total end degree always equal to the total out degree. Okay. A graph where each pair of distinct vertices is adjacent as complete graph called. Okay. Number of edges is in K8 is what? 28. Okay. In K8 degree of each vertex is 7 and minus 1, right? A complete a graph with the vertex of equal degree is called regular graph. There was something I have been already covered this question. Okay, a graph with no cycle is called acyclic. A graph with a single cycle is called unicyclic. Okay, a graph with distinct vertices is called simple graph. A closed trail with no repeated edge is called circuit. You might have been knowing about circuit. Okay. A graph containing Euler circuit is called Eulerian graph. Okay. And Eulerian graph has all vertices of even degree. Okay. A Hamiltonian path visits every vertices exactly once. A tree in a minimally connected graph. Every connected graph contains at least one spanning tree. Okay. Cayley's formula gives number of spanning tree in K as n power of n minus 2. It's represented with a t base n equal n power n minus 2. There was the Cayley's formula used for finding out how many spanning tree can exist in a connected graph. Okay. A connected acyclic graph is called the tree. That was simple, easy peasy question. Don't you think about it? A connected connection of disjoint tree is called forest. Okay. In a tree with n vertices, number of edges is n minus 2, 1. A tree with one vertex is called trivial tree. Okay. Every tree is connected and acyclic. Okay. The degree sum of all vertices in a tree and n vertices equal to 2 into n minus 1. A leaf node in tree has degree 1. Okay. A rooted tree has one special node called root. Node directly connected below a node are called children. Okay. Sorry, children. Children. No, children, okay? Don't get me wrong. Not to yourself, not to me, okay? Next question we have nodes having same parent are called. Same parent, children of same parent. Don't you have your siblings? I have my own siblings. Same parents, give child, called siblings, okay? A node with no children is called leaf node. Actually, if they'll be asking you degree of node, tell me the degree of leaf node. Do you know what you have to tell? On which option you have to check the answer? If the option is given 0, 1, 2, 3, can't say. You have to just close your eyes and take the correct answer of 1 because no cycle is forming, so that's why the degree of leaf node is 1 always. always, okay? The path from root to a node defines its levels, okay? Actually, paths from root to node, actually level and depth kind of similar, okay? The maximum degree of any node tree, binary tree, okay, that would be 2. More than 2 cannot exist, okay? That was limitation. Because binary stand for 2. That means only maximum 2 children can exist, no more than 2. हम दो हमारे दो, okay? As government says, okay? As binary tree also says, binary tree says actually हम अकेले I can produce 0, 1 and 2 children, okay? A binary tree with all vertices at same level is called perfect binary tree, okay? Next question, we have a binary tree completely filled except possibly last level is called complete binary tree. Full binary tree is what? Level is full. Level mean what? Number of edges from the root to this specific node is called level, okay? Next question, we have a full binary tree. Every node has 0 and 2. Okay. Maximum number of node in a binary tree of height h is what? If it is asking you maximum, then you have to take the correct answer of 2 to the power s plus 1 minus 1. If it is asking you minimum number of node in a binary tree of height h is, do you know what you have to select then in this case? You have to just correct answer, you have to just take the correct answer s plus 1. H plus 1 is the correct answer, okay? Minimum height binary tree is generally balanced tree, okay? In pre-order travels, the root is visited first. In post-order travels, the root is visited last, and in order root is visited between left and right. So again, we have done with 100 questions, guys. So do let me know how was your score was out of 100, and is it difficult or easy based on your knowledge? What do you think? Like questions, level of questions is kind of easy or difficult? In my opinion, I have chosen difficult questions so that you can practice a lot from these all questions. And yeah, you have to watch this video again and again. First watch the video with answer, watching the answer again, try to yourself, okay? Tell me if you are facing any issues in practice and in any other stuff, okay? I'll be very happy to help you out, okay? That's all in this lecture, and I'll be see you in the next lecture. That's all in this video. Thank you.